I'm John Kovach. I've been a newsman, a sports announcer, and a football coach, but the one constant, since I was old enough to stand next to a stream with my dad, has been fishing. I've waded rapids, stood on slick rocks, hacked through ice, and been tossed about the deck of a boat. And I want you to love fishing as much as I do, and join me on this journey. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. Thursday, January 19th, show season is getting started. You've got all of your outdoor shows, your fishing shows are just going to start to heat up in the next couple of weeks. This weekend, you've got the Marlboro show, Somerset is next weekend. And then coming up February 4th, the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association is going to have its expo and banquet. It's an organization I've wanted to learn more about, I've wanted to be more involved with, and I got to spend some time with their president, Gary Steinmiller, who told us about the upcoming expo and banquet for the CFFA. We're joined now by Gary Steinmiller. He is president of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association. Coming up the first Saturday in February, February 4th, the 47th Annual Fly Fishing Expo and Banquet that is going to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association. The events are at Meneely's Banquets, that is at 65 Rye Street in South Windsor. I've always seemed to have a conflict with this, Gary, until this year, and I'm finally going to be able to get there. I'm looking forward to it. What am I going to see at the expo?
Well, the expo starts at 9, and it goes till 3, and then we use the same area for our banquet that evening, so that's why it's so quick. But when you get into the expo, there's all kinds of vendors set up. We have a fly tires row with some of the best fly tires in Connecticut. We'll be demonstrating their skills. There'll be seminars. Our guest speaker for our banquet is Greg Hoover, who is the entomology professor at Penn State University. Wrote a book called Great Rivers, Great Hatches, and he did some of his work on the Farmington River here in Connecticut. That's in the book. So really looking forward to having him as a speaker. So he will be doing a presentation during the day. I don't know who the other presenters are right at this moment, but there's going to be a kids fly tying table. We're always trying to introduce young children. There'll be vendors selling whatever they have to sell that has to do with fly fishing, and some of them have nothing to do with. There, a taxidermist is going to be there. There's going to be people selling custom rods. They'll be selling materials. They'll be selling anything to do with fly tying. And I believe there's going to be, I think we host a tag sale where we get rid of stuff that we've taken in over the years and so forth. So that pretty much is what'll be going on inside it, and it's $3 to get in for adults, and children are free. And you make your way around the room. It's quite a nice little local event. We try to get the local vendors in there, the local guides. There'll be some guides talking about trips they can offer, and that's pretty much in a nutshell, unless I'm leaving something out.
So it's kind of anything and everything about fly fishing, from the arts to the tackle to the flies to the expert advice that we all could use a little bit of.
Exactly. I have a hard time making it past fly tires row. I'm an avid fly tyer, and I love it. And if I start on that side of the room, I tend to miss a lot because I'm always picking somebody's mind for their expertise on what they do. And some of the tires that we have are excellent and experienced in the state and out of the state. So. But as you make your way around the room, there's something for everybody. The DEEP will be there, and anybody has any questions on the conditions and what's happening within our state this year, they'll be there to answer some questions also.
What do you personally like to tie?
I'm a trout fisherman I started fly fishing back in the early 70s, and as soon as I could drive a car, I was driving down the Salmon River, fishing down that way. So I love the intricacies of the trout fly tying. But I tie everything. I fish whenever I can, wherever I can. I fish out of a float tube for bass. I tie bass flies. I tie saltwater flies. I don't get into the Atlantic salmon fly tying, but I was the education chairman for our organization for 22 years, and met a lot of wonderful people, and really enjoyed coordinating our fly tying classes along with our fly fishing schools.
Now, it sounds like you're a fairly well-rounded fly fisherman, that you're going after a lot of different things. I'm assuming the same can be said for the membership of the CFFA?
Yeah. I know when saltwater fly fishing came onto the scene, and we started introducing saltwater fly fishing and opportunities, we did not really get a big rebuttal from that. We're pretty open to all types of fly fishing, and so our programs tend to go back and forth, and whether it's for trout, whether it's for our broodstock salmon program that we now have in the state, whether it's for smallmouth bass fishing on the Connecticut River and so forth, or striper fishing down the coast, or trout fishing on the Farmington River. We really include everybody and try not to exclude and be exclusive of one particular type of fly fishing.
And I think you need to be that way in Connecticut, because one of the things that keeps me around is the fact that in a short drive you can fish so many different types of waters for so many different species.
Agreed. I can be down to the shore. I live in Wethersfield, so I can be down to the shore in an hour, and I can be up to Riverton in an hour, so in either direction, and I can get to the Housatonic in an hour and a half up in Cornwall, and I can get down to the mouth of the Housatonic in an hour. So really, our state is really blessed with tremendous fishery, where we have coast and we have rivers to choose from, and lakes. And I have to put in a plug for our DEEP, because I've seen it from the very beginning when I first started trout fishing to what it's become, and they're managing our resources tremendously as far as I'm concerned. They really do a tremendous job of getting the most out of our rivers right now.
I'll second that. They do a great job over at the DEEP. Now, how long have you been involved with the CFFA?
Well, I joined, I believe I was 31 years old. I joined in 1985, and within 2 years they were looking for somebody to do their educational programs, coordinate them, and I always liked helping people along the way, so I joined in 1985, and like I said, I stayed education chairman for 22 years, and unfortunately, our past president, Bruce Rich, who was a tremendous guy, just passed away last year, and he asked me to take over as president, and I gladly did so, because I really have a passion for the organization. I've met so many good friends through the organization, but I have to say that education position was my favorite. Constantly meeting new people with a passion. I can only imagine being a school teacher with students in your classroom that have that type of a interest and a passion, where you can sit there and talk to them and they're taking it all in, and you're answering their questions, and they're like sponges, and like I was when I first joined.
Gary, if you can stick around, we're going to take a quick break and then come back and talk about some of those educational offerings and other things that the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association offers.
Okay, John, I'll do that.
We will be right back with more Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop, right after this. Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Want a new experience in car buying? No aggravation, no confrontation, just answers to all your questions. Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Car buying the way you want it to be. With one of the largest selections of new 2- and 4-door Jeep Wranglers available, we are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Located in Fairfield, Connecticut, we're easy to get to. Just 2.5 miles off the Merritt Parkway, exit 44 via Route 58 South. Save thousands right now during the Start Something New sales event, now through January 31st.
Whether you're looking for the freshest seafood, the perfect steak, or want to share delicious appetizers, look no further than the Stone's Throw in Seymour. Chef Peter Hom has more than 30 years of experience creating original recipes in his American eclectic style. Our dishes are made from scratch with fresh, local ingredients that pair perfectly with a seasonal craft beer, a signature cocktail, or your favorite wine. When you visit our Riverside location, you'll feel like you're on vacation when you're only a stone's throw from home. Visit us on Roosevelt Drive in Seymour or at StonesThrowCT.com.
It's all about meeting goals this year, and Trinity CrossFit of Ridgefield has experienced trainers, top-of-the-line equipment, and a newly renovated space to help get you there. Offering more classes per day than any other CrossFit gyms in the area, we cater to all fitness levels. Our coaches have a combined 10 years of experience in CrossFit, and as competitors themselves, Trinity coaches can get you ready for competition in 2017. Visit our convenient location on Route 7, Danbury Road, or find out more at trinitycrossfit.com. It's all.
I'm Frank Granito.
And I'm Donald Ing for the HAN Network.
Tune in to Nutmeg Sports Monday through Thursday, where we bring you all the top stories from Connecticut sports.
From highlights to player interviews and expert analysis, no one gets you closer to Connecticut's games than Nutmeg Sports.
Nutmeg Sports, now Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. on the HAN Network.
Want to reach new heights in your fitness and health goals? Find what you're looking for at Elevation Spin, Train, and TRX in Georgetown, Connecticut. Elevation Spin gives you purposeful spinning workouts inspired by the road. We encourage monitoring of heart rate and energy zones. Elevation also offers customized personal training with dedicated professionals passionate about helping you reach your goals. And let us motivate you to reach greater performance and functionality with TRX suspension training, using your own body weight for an incredible dynamic workout. Located at 4 Old Mill Road in Georgetown, call Elevation at 203-544-9503 or visit ElevationSpinTrainTRX.com for more. Want to reach new
Welcome
heights?
back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop. Gary Steinmiller, president of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association, nice enough to stay with us. We're discussing their expo and banquet. Those are both coming up on Saturday, February 4th, both at Mealy's in Windsor. The expo starts at 9 a.m. Dinner is later on that evening. I'm hoping to attend both. We were discussing, Gary, the educational offerings of the CFFA. What other fly fishing activities does the association offer?
Every year in January, we, ever since I can remember, we've been offering fly tying, and over the years, it's changed. We offered at one time we offered basic fly tying, beginner fly tying. We offered an advanced class, and we offered saltwater. At the current time, our first class was last Thursday, beginning fly tying, and we do that for 4 Thursday nights in January, and the classes are held at Cabela's. Cabela's is nice enough to let us use one of their lecture halls upstairs, and that goes for 4 Thursday nights in January, and then we go 2 Thursday nights into February. And then we take a little bit of a break, and then in March we start our beginning fly fishing school, and that course is oriented with trout fishing, learning all about it, and it's really oriented to stream trout fishing. And then that starts out, and we have 4 classroom sessions, and they probably are an hour and a half, very detailed, cover almost everything from entomology to trout's diet, the habitat, the fish themselves, and then we get into some basic knots. So there's four classroom sessions of that, and then we do an on-stream, before we do the on-stream, we take them outside and do a casting session, and then we try to get together with them on a stream, and if we can get enough members, which we usually do, we do a one-on-one stream instruction, and we try to cover all aspects of fly fishing a stream. safety and wading, entomology, turning over the rocks, reading the water. So all in all, they get, it's a heck of a deal. $50 will get anybody into the class that's a non-member. $40 for members. For each of them, fly tying and fly fishing. And if they do join, they get a membership for a year. And what we tried doing last year to get more parent and child involvement, if a parent signs up for the course or if a child signs up for the course, the parent takes it free. So we give them it for the child price, which is $30. If they're 16 and under, it's $30, and so a parent can come along for no cost. And we're trying to encourage parents to do that and become more involved. And last year it worked a little bit. We had 3 parent-child groups to come in, and this year so far in the fly fly tying class, it was last week, we had, I believe, I wasn't there, I'm babysitting my granddaughter, but anyway, we do have a parent and a child again. So we're trying our best to get the young kids involved and get them out there. And one thing I do want to say about our fly tying classes is we provide everything, and it is a bit of an investment to see if you're going to like something. So we do have all the vices, all the hooks, all the materials that we provide, and then we get an instructor and a lot of helpers to walk around and help the students so they're not left stranded. We just get behind them and teach them, and by the 6th class, they're actually quite good fly tyers by the end of it.
Where can somebody who wants more information about the fly tying or fly fishing classes offered by the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association find that information?
Well, if they go to www.ctflyfish.org, and they'll get to our website, and at the one of the tabs at the top of it is classes. And if they're interested in taking a class, they can start there. We also have a Facebook page, and there's a link from our original website to our Facebook page where we post quite a bit of information on what's happening as it comes up with our organization.
Now, this is the 50th anniversary of the establishment of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association. Anything special being done to recognize that?
Well, nothing special that off the top of my head. We did we did have a commemorative 50-year patch decorated and made, and anybody that joins this year becomes a member is going to get a patch, courtesy of the club with no extra charge to their membership. We just thought it'd be nice to give everybody some type of a memento of the club. So that's pretty much it. And we're hoping that at the banquet we can, there's been members that have gotten too old that get there, and we're hoping some of our members will pick up some of the older members. And it would be nice to make it a nice, like a reunion setting where some of the people get out. And if they can't make it at night, if we could see them at the expo, it'd be great, because so many people have contributed over the years. From my job being on the board for 22 years as the education chairman, I worked with a tremendous amount of board members, and they're all very dedicated. And at the current time, we have a full board, and everybody is dedicated to the well-being of the organization. So it will be nice to see. I would love to see a lot of the older board members that have been a part of this to show up and get to talk to them sometime during the day.
That would be great, and it would be great if we could get some new people involved in the sport and in the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association. Again, the 47th Annual Fly Fishing Expo and Banquet that celebrates the 50th anniversary of the founding of the Connecticut Fly Fishermen's Association. Both events are Saturday, February 4th. The expo is 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., $3 admission. Kids under 16 are free. Then at 6 o'clock, right back to Neely's at 65 Rye Street in South Windsor, where the banquet will be held, $45 a person there. 6 o'clock, cocktails and raffle viewing. 7 o'clock, the festivities start. I've got an RSVP for that. Really looking forward to it. Gary Steinmiller, thanks for joining us on Yankee Fisherman.
My pleasure, John, and thanks for what you do for the sport of fishing around the state. It's important. It really is.
Thank you, Gary. I'll talk to you on the 4th.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see you then.
See you then. We'll be back with more Yankee Fisherman right after this. Well, there's still a bite out on the water. Most anglers have decided to stow the gear for the winter. Just because Mother Nature isn't cooperating doesn't mean you can't see the latest models of all your favorite gear. With 2 convenient locations, it couldn't be easier to get your fix of summer. Boater, beach bum, fisherman, or simply love the New England coast, this is a unique place to shop. The Dock Shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, or on the web, dockshop.com.
Have a sports injury or slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Basketball, hockey, skiing, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care, open Monday through Saturday, now in 2 locations. The iPark Building at 761 Main Avenue in Norwalk and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Are you ready for winter? Ski and Sport has everything you need to be fully outfitted for the season. A family-owned and operated business with over 40 years of experience, Ski and Sport's 3 convenient locations in Fairfield County offer top-quality, high-fashion ski and winter wear. In addition to clothing for men, women, and children, we also offer seasonal rentals for the entire family. Stop by our stores on 1 Ethan Allen Highway in Ridgefield, 877 Post Road East in Westport, and at 110 Main Street in New Canaan, or visit us at skiandsport.net.
Discover a world of wellness in the heart of New Canaan. Halo Studios, New Canaan's first collaborative wellness center, offers you the freedom to choose from the best and latest health, fitness, and wellness options. Inside Halo Studios, you'll find all the wellness experts you need at places like Halo Fitness, Priority Wellness, and Sama Yoga Center. Come by for a free wellness assessment, open 7 days a week at 45 Grove Street. For more information, visit halostudios.com or call 203-594-9909.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier Network, and we've also reached 1.7 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
Welcome back to Yankee Fisherman, presented by the Dock Shop, Thursday, January 19th. Thanks again to Gary Steinmiller and the CFFA for talking to us for a little bit. I will be getting up there for part of the festivities on the 4th. I'll be there for the expo, but we've got some broadcast commitments, and I will not make the dinner. I do regret that, but I'm looking forward to seeing everybody during the expo on Saturday, February 4th. Some news out of the Miamis chapter of Trout Unlimited. They're starting fly tying classes for veterans. They're going to hold these classes the first Thursday of every month. They'll be at the Halloween Yacht Club. That's at 10 Seaview Avenue in Stamford. They're going to do a launch event for veterans and interested volunteers, and that is on Thursday, February 2nd at 6:30. You can get information at mianistu.org or by sending an email to Byron Rawl of Norwalk. He's the lead instructor. He's a veteran. He's at trout-111@hotmail.com. Couple of fly tying classes coming up at the Deerfield Fly Shop. That's up in Deerfield, Mass. Literally around the corner from the Yankee Candle flagship store. They are doing articulated streamers on Saturday the 21st from 10 to 1. And they are doing an intro to fly tying on Saturday the 28th, also 10 to 1. There's a cost for these, and you also should register. The class size is limited to 5 tires apiece. So check at deerfieldflyshop.com or on Facebook for more information on that. Orvis also doing fly tying 101 classes. They run from the 14th, so they started actually last week, but they run through Saturday the 25th. It's a short course. I think it's only a one-off. You can go to any of them. Learn the basics of fly tying. They do some pretty good seminars there. I know I've done some of the fly fishing 101, the casting lessons, etc. As we said previous week, Surfcaster Association Demo Day. That's at Clinton Town Hall on January 28th. It's 9 to 1, $5 to get in. There are going to be a number of vendors there. Dick Fincher, Phase 2, will be there, and I want to personally thank Dick. He spoke to Nutmeg Trout Unlimited on Tuesday night. He had a halfway decent crowd. Love those wooden lures that he makes. He'll be demonstrating some of that up at Demo Day, and it was great to see him. Again, that's at Clinton Town Hall. That is on the 28th, and that is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Fly fishing shows are coming up. Marlboro is January 20th through 22nd, and then Somerset, New Jersey is January 27th through 29th. Real Fishing Northeast is holding a benefit for Todd and Bob. They're both fighting cancer. That is on Saturday, February 11th from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. Sunday. That is at the East Glastonbury Fish and Game Club. They're looking for vendors, raffles, seminars. It's just everything fishing related, and it is for 2 guys who are fighting cancer. $25 each for tickets. That includes food. You can email REEL, that's REEL, Fishing Northeast at gmail.com. There's also a lot of information on the Real Fishing Northeast Facebook page. And the big event that I'm really excited about, and that is on Friday, February 24th, the Fly Fishing Film Tour is coming to the Bowtie Marquee 16 in Trumbull. Doors open at 7. It's a film festival. It's all spectacular fly fishing films, and it is all to raise money for the local Trout Unlimited chapters. Mianus, Candlewood Valley, and Nutmeg are cooperating on this. Tickets are $25 online. They are $30 at the door. So it behooves you to buy them online. Also, when this event has been held prior years in Wilton, it has sold out. We're going to talk a lot more about the Fly Fishing Film Store next week when we have Chris Kegg. He's a native of Ridgefield. He's the one who founded it. He'll be with us, and not next week. There's no show next week because we will be covering the FCAC Indoor Track Championships. We will be back on February 2nd, and we will talk about the Fly Fishing Film Tour. Coming up at 2, Nutmeg Sports, Frank Granito and Don Eng. They're going to break down last night's Duquesne and Greenwich boys hockey game. They'll be joined by Scott Erickson of Hearst, Connecticut, to get you ready for tonight's battle between the 2 remaining unbeatens in FCAC basketball, Fairfield Ward and Wilton, and you can catch that live on HAN.Network 2. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Till then, tight lines.